Toastmaster Chettu, would you like to lead your life, the way you want it or the way I want?
The way I want. Yes.
And what about Toastmaster Uma?
Yes, absolutely. I would like to lead the way I want it.
Yes. But not everyone is privileged, especially women. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Is a woman's life destined only to support and satisfy others? Don't they have a wish on their own? I was also not an exception. When I was a child, I grew up in a very conservative family as an obedient daughter, and I was brought up as an adjustable sister to my siblings. Every damn thing was forced upon me. My compromises started there. For example, I loved acting and brought accolades in my school dramas, but I was never encouraged at home, so I had to give up. I wanted to do medicine, but I was forced to take up electronics. I was never asked whether I was really ready for the marriage. Even though I liked the bridegroom, I was never asked whether I liked him. I had always wondered whether they knew that I am also an individual and I too had choices of my own. When I got married, this continued. I could not be myself. I was doing each and every deed with a great sense of caution and inhibition. There were lots of compromises, from as simple as the way we dress, the way I dressed myself, till sacrificing career. Sometimes, even if I wanted to go out for shopping or even to dine out, I had to wait for confirmation from each of my family members. When children came into my life, my thinking started revolving around their welfare, which led to much more compromises. They would never allow me to do any work on time. My schedules had to be completely tuned according to their needs and demands. 10 years passed by like this. I was really frustrated of my life becoming sauntering, mundane, and monotonous. My thinking was limited to the subsequent meals of the day. I could not even sit and enjoy a favorite show of mine. Back home in India, when I was working, I could move out freely on my own, wherever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to. But here in Muscat, I could not do so. I always had to tag with my husband. Then I started thinking whether I had lost my identity and originality. I'm not here to say that it is wrong to be a supportive or a mutually understanding wife. An ideal wife and a daughter-in-law should be polite, dedicated, and committed to her family. Agreed. But at the same time, let us realize that she too has her own choices and deserves to have some space for herself. Slowly, I started expressing myself to my husband that I deserve some personal space. Then I started dressing fashionably, had my favorite haircut, and so on. When I got my driving license, I derived immense satisfaction. I became independent and a new world dawned upon me. I could move out very freely whenever I wanted to. For example, for going out for shopping, to meet my friends, all at my own convenience. When I got my job, I felt all the emptiness have vanished. Frankly speaking, even though I am a grown-up, it took years for me to bring that confidence and self-worth back. Back home in India, I have two friends who were also housewives. They were sailing in the same boat. No, even worse. I could very well sense that they were slowly driven into a state of depression, distress, and despair. I had a candid discussion with them saying that we need to take some time for ourselves from the daily routine. I'm so happy that I could motivate them as well. Today, all of us have rediscovered ourselves. A little time away from home really rejuvenates and energizes us, which in turn enables us to support our families in a better way. The best years in all our lives were undoubtedly the years when we used to be infants. There is no care about anything. Those years can never be brought back. But if we can have our own space where we can fulfill our wishes and needs, I'm sure that will certainly add color and life to our present years. Anyway, whose life is it? Over to you, Mr.
Please.